Why do you pay a shitload of money for the risk of being injured? Why do you drive 5 hours in traffic or risk driving on an icy road for an activity? Why do you ride chairs hanging from cables? And most importantly, why go up when it hasn't been snowing? If you are a die-hard skier, you probably have been asked at least one of those questions in your life. These questions simply come from people who don't understand the fulfillment of skiing. What is happening, everybody? I hope you all are having a happy Friday. This Friday is a happy Friday because it is the end of the week, so it's time for some fulfilling cocktails. You made it to Friday, you've earned it, go ahead and treat yourself. Every winter, I love to treat myself to some skiing. One of the most fulfilling activities I have done in my life. The one thing that gets me to go up every weekend is the fulfillment I get from the sport. It doesn't matter what the weather is. It doesn't matter what the traffic is like. I always fight tooth and nail to get my laps in every weekend. There are two types of skiers, and only two. The first type of skier are the skiers that go up to ski. And the second type are the people who just show up just for the powder days. If you have ever driven on I-70 during or right after a storm, versus when there hasn't been a recent storm, you'll easily be able to tell that most people are the latter. You get stuck in gridlock traffic, long lift lines, and the powder all skis out within the first hour. You know how it goes. I am not typically a big fan of powder days just for that reason, because powder days attract crowds. I end up spending more time waiting in line than I am skiing. Also more time in the car too, which sucks as well. So the other day, I was talking to somebody on the phone, and they were saying it just isn't really worth it to go up if it doesn't snow. That started to make me think that he didn't really enjoy the sport all that much. You can't say you enjoy something when you're only willing to do it at its peak. If you really enjoy the sport, you would be willing to do it in all conditions. It's like putting ketchup on your food. Do you really enjoy a certain food if you're always smothering it with ketchup? Do you really enjoy going to ball games if you only want to go when your team wins? Here is a more personal example. I don't enjoy fishing because I never catch a fish. If I am not taking fish home for dinner, then I find fishing to be a waste of my time. People who enjoy fishing find a way to enjoy it whether they catch a fish or not. If you actually enjoy skiing, you would be willing to ski during the lows just as much as you are willing to ski during the highs. Colorado got skunked pretty fucking hard this ski season, but that did not stop me from having a blast. I managed to get 40 ski days this season, which was my goal all season, and I did it, with the help of a few week-long ski trips, but I was willing to put the time and effort to get those 40 days. I've gone up almost every single weekend since the beginning of December, and I spent a bit of money and took time off of work to do some ski traveling. Traveling is also another hobby I enjoy a lot. I basically got to combine two of my favorite hobbies in one. I got to ski and I got to visit new places. And to be honest, I found it a lot easier to plan a ski trip than I do a regular vacation, as my itinerary is already set. I just need to worry about my transportation to get to the destination and a place to stay. I already got my gear, I already got my pass, and all I do is ski and sit in the hot tub. I don't need to worry about paying for an excursion or a tour. I do, however, have the option to do a guided tour at the ski resort or for the backcountry or side country, which I will get to that one day. But I don't need to do that to keep myself occupied. Doing that would be more of a bonus experience to explore the hidden gems of a mountain. I do say how I find a lot of fulfillment in skiing right now, but that wasn't always necessarily the case. I didn't enjoy it as much back in the day, and I didn't find as much fun in it. What helped me develop a better appetite for the sport was watching ski content and then making content of my own and eventually joining a ski community Discord. By the way, join my Discord linked in the description if you are looking to have those same connections. I found so much fun in the sport this season, meeting up with so many people on the slopes, being able to connect with friends that all enjoy the same hobby, watching other people do crazy lines, and wanting to attempt them myself when I get around to going to that resort. Also, finding friends to ski with helps push you to get out of your comfort zone and do harder terrain. I have had a lot of that this season, and my skiing has improved exponentially. Another thing is because I have a GoPro, so it is great to be able to watch back at my skiing and see what I did well and what I didn't do well, and then I go back the next weekend to work on the things that I didn't like. And just seeing that improvement from video to video is so fucking satisfying. And not only that, I can also feel it when I ski. If there is anything this ski season has taught me, is that I don't need powder days in order to have fun. I can have just as much fun during the lows as I do during the highs. Because I have found a way to enjoy skiing during the lows, it is going to make me appreciate the highs way more. I am glad I found a way to make the most of this season, because the alternative would have been I would just stay at home and let my $1,300 season pass go to waste. I have learned so much about the sport this season. It has pushed me to want to invest into better gear now to be able to appreciate the sport even more. For a while I have been skiing on Atomic Maverick 88s, which gets the job done, but at this point I am over having equipment that just gets the job done. I want equipment that will get the job done well, and equipment that I actually enjoy using. So, do you actually enjoy skiing? Or are you just a powder snob? Which would you rather be? Anyway, thank you all for listening. Please leave your feedback down below, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.